What's up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary. I'm your host, Kyle. With me, as always, is Steve. Steve going no glasses today. I like it, Steve. How you doing, man?
I got LASIK surgery yesterday.
Are you joking?
100% joking, yeah.
Oh my God! I was like,
I
wait a
can't
minute.
even see
Okay,
you guys. Who's in here? No, I'm just kidding.
what is
Oh,
LASIK
jeez.
exactly?
It's eye
Have you thought
corrective
about
surgery.
getting it?
It
Have you?
brings your vision back to ideally 2020. And yes, I have. It's quite an investment, anywhere from like 3 to 10 grand.
Yeah,
Depending on where you go, where you live, how severe it is, I guess. But it's on the radar. It's on the
love
radar.
it,
It's just
love
a
it.
little bit lower down the priority list, Kyle. I mean,
No, I know
can't
you
do it
got
all.
bigger. You got bigger fish to fry at the moment. I got
I've
you.
done
I got
I've
you.
done it all, and that's well, I can't do it all actually.
But
Anyways,
you
how
you
we
try
doing?
to do it
What's
all.
going on in here? Ryan Johnston. Hey man.
Ryan, we got some legends popping in the chat. Let's go over. I want to
Seekchan,
say,
Ian,
yeah,
Liz,
C Chan,
Oyvind. I might just host today. Tony, Beth,
do it.
hello, Boo Rida, legend, and the StreamYard bot. As always, we can count on him to be
Sir
in here.
Oswald. Wait, what are you talking about? StreamYard bot.
I don't know. There's a bot in here.
What are you talking about?
The StreamYard bot, Kyle. The
I
AI
know.
guy that's in here.
I don't.
That's recording this.
Oh, you're talking about at the top
The
where it says
unsung
live.
hero. Well, that's just a little like note, but there's
You
an
are
unsung
confusing.
hero. Guys, there's an unsung hero in here. Let me tell you a little story.
Steve
I'm
is on one today.
There is an unsung hero in all Zoom calls, StreamYards, whatever, that records these things. And they deserve just as much credit as the rest of us. Because without them, this content would not be pushed out to the internet to be enjoyed by millions of people.
It's your FBI agent. You ever see those memes where you check into your phone and your FBI agent is like,
Yeah,
"What's up,
yeah,
man?"
yeah. Those are good.
I want to say what's up to everyone in the chat. We got Tama Weeks in here, new channel member as well. Haven't given Tama Weeks a shout out yet in the community section, so I just want to take this opportunity to give him a shout out now. Liz Golden, as always, what's going on? My mother's in the chat. Tony Madden, Boo Rida, Ian Richard, like you said, Steve. I'm just stepping on Steve's toes here. 3D Boy, Rahul Yogesh, and Sir Oswald Fortitude. What is going on, everyone? You know the drill. Let's get into the comment of the week and the beverage of the week. But of course, we start off with the beverage of the week. And then we got to talk about Oxlade Chamberlain, potentially in the 9, guys. We'll get into those comments from Jurgen Klopp a little later. And then Trent Alexander Arnold signed the ting, as people say. I don't know why that's a thing, but Trent Alexander Arnold signed it. New 4-year contract extension through 2025. We'll talk about everything you need to know there here shortly. Steve, beverage of the week, man.
Beverage of the week. Why don't you guys let me know in the chat what you think it is this week before we get started? I'd like to see some guesses.
We used up all the good ones, like the coffee.
You think we have? I mean, guys, the beverage of the week can't last forever, but enjoy it while it's here. Simply, there's not enough beverages in the world to cover the amount of Sunday summaries we're going to do throughout the course of the next 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And here we go.
Ooh, iced tea. Those are on the radar, but no.
Good guesses. Good. I guess my mom and Liz are hanging out together. I don't know.
Well, it could be. This week is juice. Now, not orange juice, not any of those breakfast Welch's juices. I don't know what you guys have overseas. This is juice from like a juicer. You typically used for a balanced diet, you juice carrots, beets, celery, what else? Spinach, kale, all that stuff. Juices are primarily used to supplement a diet or to go on what we call a juice cleanse. I do one of these probably every month, and there's assorted different types of juices. You only drink juice throughout the day, 5 or 6 per day. This particular one contains orange, pineapple, carrot, apple, beet, ginger, and lemon. You can order them online. You can get them at the store. Whatever the case may be, whatever your preference is, they're pretty good. And I actually just finished a cleanse the other day, but I do have some extras. So I might just crack one here and now. Kyle, you ever had any of this stuff?
So let me ask you. So you're doing like a juice cleanse. When I do my diets, I prefer to fast, right? So like generally once or twice a week, I'll fast for like 18 hours. But you prefer the juice cleanse.
I like to mix it up, you know?
Yeah, my mom brings up a good question. What's the sugar content there? And what's up, Football Hub?
It's not even showing sugars on here.
Well, it has to by law.
29 grams.
How many added?
0.
Hey, okay, that's what I like to see.
It's just fruits and veggies blended. You
I
guys
love
have
it.
seen a juicer before, right?
Yeah, you've seen the naked drinks are a popular one. Not to
Yeah,
drop
that's
any brands, but
yeah, those are a little bit. Well, this brand I wasn't gonna plug, but Naked is okay,
yeah,
but they're a little bit more like smoothies type. This is like legitimate juice. They
gotcha.
extracted the liquid from all these different fruits and veggies, so everything in here is all natural, cold
Hey,
pressed,
I love it.
similar
Cold
to
press,
cold brew.
cold brew.
Go check that
I
one
love
out. By
it.
the way, it's a good.
Yeah,
good
go
tip.
check that one out, guys. All right, comment of the week next, Reds. Look, this one kind of dude. All right, hold on. Before we go and read this thing, dude. Why can someone answer this? And you guys feel free to put your input in the comments, okay? Is it a cultural thing? Is it a communication barrier? Is it just because people don't know me? Why does everyone take everything we say so damn literally? There's like they don't read sarcasm, they don't read joking, nothing like that. All right? And this is just a prime example, okay?
Because people
So,
are stupid.
look,
No offense, Alan Hansen.
I made the video the other day, right? And I was like, Harvey Elliott's a legend, right? I say it legend. I call everybody a legend. You guys know this. Everybody a legend. You can be trash. I'm pretty sure I called Markovic a legend at once. But I've called Clavin a legend. Sepp Vandenberg a legend. We know this. Look, comment of the week goes to Alan Hansen. Harvey Elliott, a legend at 18. What on earth are you chatting about? I know the term legend is used way too loosely nowadays, but calling an 18-year-old who's only played minutes for our club is bloody ludicrous. Seriously, man, ease up, yeah? So I just hit him with the ease up. My tone was playful. I meant to say hyperbolic, but, whatever. Tomato, tomato. Look, man. It's just fun at this point. At the very beginning, when I started this channel, I was a little like, whenever I would get one negative comment, I was kind of like, oh man, why are they thinking that? What can I do to improve? But now I actually legitimately laugh. I look forward to reading these comments because a lot of times other people, with the exception of this one, a lot of times other people will actually comment for me and they'll be like, get out of here, or, something like that. It's actually really fun.
People just don't get it. It's sad. I feel bad for those people.
I do feel a little bad. Like they can't read the social cues that indicate I was being sarcastic and hyperbolic. Jeez.
It's the world we live in these days.
Hey, it is. Look, Steve. Trent Alexander Arnold signs the extension. He's one of many players that I guess Liverpool have on a short list of players they want to extend this season. All right. So we're looking at all the Brazilians. We want to extend their contracts. All right. Specifically Fabinho, Van Dijk as well. All right. Van Dijk is on that list. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure we want to extend like Robertson. And I'm trying to think of another player. Naby. What? Allison. Yep. So I was implying that with all the Brazilians. And then, hey, I'm just saying you didn't listen to me. So
I must be stupid. I did listen to you.
I think you are stupid. You don't read.
You said
social
the Brazilians,
cues.
and then you said Fabinho right after. So if we're gonna dive in and get more granular, you might as well throw Allison in the mix as well.
Brazilians implies plurality, Steve, which means there's more than one Brazilian.
So why did you say Fabinho after the fact?
I said Fabinho's the main one.
Okay.
Yeah. We can fight about it.
Well,
doesn't matter.
I
Look,
have time for you.
Another thing is Naby Keita, okay? But apparently Naby Keita is going to sign an extension. If he keeps it up at the level he's been playing in preseason, Honestly, I'd give the extension, but we won't get into that today. Okay, I know Steve is just banging his head against the wall whenever we talk about Naby Keita. So look, Trent's new extension is technically a 1-year extension, but it's a new 4-year deal. Now, prior to it, he was on £75,000 a week. Now, the details weren't released by Liverpool, and the contract details, I mean. However, it's crucial. We got to sign our Scousers down, Steve.
Oh, yeah, he's not going anywhere. Well,
Kids,
not yet, at least. I mean, he's probably going to be a captain. When Henderson and Virgil windows are closed, and he's going to be the guy.
I mean, he's definitely
him or Robbo.
He's already worn the captain's armband, and I mean, he's just.
Well, Genie did too.
Well, so did Coutinho. I think whenever a player's about to leave, Klopp hands him the armband. I'm pretty sure Lallana wore the armband before he left. Like, that's just what Klopp does.
Well, Lallana deserved it too. Talk about a servant.
True. Yeah.
A loyal servant to the club.
What a guy. Guys, seriously, if you haven't, go watch like 16, 17 highlights and just like Lallana's goals and his little feints that he did. The Lallana feints were just class. Anyways, look.
Yep.
The details of how much he's making wasn't released. My guess is if he was on 75 a week, which was the same as what Genie was on, all right, Steve, you'd probably say he's up of 100K, right?
He should be at like 150, I think. That would be my guess.
150? You think they'd bump him that high?
Yeah.
Look, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that. I'm just saying I don't. Very interesting.
I mean,
you think that they're giving him more than
right back in the world? Arguably.
I agree.
But what's a 30K pay bump going to do? Like, he needs more.
It's a lot of money, Steve.
He needs to double his wages. It's not that much money. Not when you go
30K a week?
Not when you're at his level now.
Sorry, guys. Steve is a billionaire. That's nothing to him.
I didn't say I wouldn't take it. He's like one of the top 10 Under Armour athletes in the world, the best right back in the world, the best offensive right back in the world, without question. And he's like 22.
Yeah. Look, I mean, there's no argument. He's the best among the best right backs in the world. All right. Like I said, I've said this before too. I think Trent's only area of his game that he can prove is probably his actual defending, his 1v1 defending. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's good. I mean, he's a good right back, but he's also gotten bigger over the summer. Like he's a bigger guy. He used to be long, lengthy. Now he's actually getting bigger. He's trying to become a strong defender. You know what I mean? I think obviously this is crucial, but I want to go over to the chat and see what other people are thinking here. So, let's see. Nito Nova. Trent is a future captain. I can see Gerrard playing him in midfield. Wishful thinking. That's another thing that everyone brings up, Steve, is the fact that he played for the U18s in midfield under Gerrard, but in order to get into the first team with the senior squad, he transitioned out to right back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he stays a right back.
Out there.
Yeah. Why? I don't think he goes in, and I really don't think he's going to go in and play midfield.
I mean, he's already like a wing back. Like, there's not a major difference, especially if there was like a formation shift to just go to like right mid or something. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I see him central mid. It's possible. But like the whip and the crosses that he puts in are just, he's more useful on the right.
I agree 100%. I honestly think, like you brought up, he does play all those positions along the outside of the field. He pretty much plays a wing back right now, but I mean, we see him pushing up into right mid. I mean, even times it's like he's a right winger and Salah shifts more central. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. So I don't think anyone's worrying about Trent going to midfield. I just think people like to talk about that because it's like, they feed on it. But I think Trent's good out there. He's staying out there.
No, there's no spot for him now. So like, we'll cross that bridge whenever.
Exactly. JW Young saying Trent's supposed to now be on 150 to 200K a week. Okay. All right. So like you said, Steve, 150. Personally, I don't think that's what it is. But look, if the contract goes to 2025, you think about he'll be that will probably make him 26 by the time the contract is up. I think that is the age where you would get a significant bump into the max players of the team. I think right now, my guess is it's probably 120. That's my guess is what the bump is probably at. But
I think they
what
at
do I
least
know?
doubled it. If he was at 70, I think he's at least 140 now. He's up there.
Hey, I mean,
He's so valuable.
he is so valuable.
He creates more chances than everyone.
It's
It's unbelievable.
So crazy, dude. Oh my God. The Seek Chan asking about the Hendo contract situation. That needs to get sorted out too, Steve.
I have no comment on that. That needs to happen.
We talked about this last week that we would totally be FSG out if they let Hendo walk. I think they couldn't come back. That would be the deal breaker for me.
100%.
Like, why would you not sign Hendo to an extension? He needs to finish his career here, dude.
I don't get it. Like, I think it's bogus. I think he's going to get extended. Like,
Of course he is. I think the story is bogus. Is that what you mean?
mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. JT, good afternoon. What's up? Jurgen Klopp, okay, says it is 100K. All right. Hey, thanks, Jurgen. Appreciate it. Hey, Doug in the chat. What's going on? 40-year-old Virgil. I like that name. He deserves it. Glad the club didn't see it as an opportunity to pay the local scouts or less than market rate due to his love for the club, like time-served apprentices. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, well, there's no argument he deserves it. I mean, it's about time. Downturn, what's going on? Shayna in the chat as well. Okay, so now a lot of people are saying what you were thinking, Steve, about 150. So reports say he's closer to Salah and Van Dijk's salary, which are both 180, 200. Hey,
I don't think
he
anyone
deserves
knows
it.
right now. We'll figure it
No
out.
one knows. They didn't reveal it, but I'm sure there's like insiders. Like there's an article on the Athletic about the contract. I didn't get through the whole thing because you have to subscribe or whatever. But yeah, so I didn't get through it. But it's interesting to see. The Dugout Football Channel, what's going on? Go check him out, guys. How did you get Naby Keita on the show? That's a good question. Naby Keita is just a legend, and that's why I got him on the show. Now, the Salah contract extension, that's going to happen. Guys, I think we have a lot of players on this short list that we are going to extend. And you got to think it's a lot of money that you're investing into a player. You're technically spending this money to give them an extension, right? For example, if you double Trent Alexander Arnold's salary, if he was on 75K a week, that's just under $4 million a year. So you're paying $4 extra million a year over the course of 4 years. It's 16 mil. So I mean, in the big scheme of things, when you look at the price we pay for players, it may not be that much, but still $8 million. It's an investment. So just something to think about, guys. Yogesh asking, isn't Salah at 300K? No, not yet. No, 200. Think he'll probably extend to 250 or 300K, though. We were talking about this, Steve. What would you give Salah?
250.
Me too. Guys, let us know what you would give Salah. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
I got a question for you.
Well, hold on one second. And consider becoming a channel member as well, Reg. You get the custom emojis, the custom badge next to your name, as well as the custom emojis. We got Doug. We got all our channel members in here this morning, so that's nice. Steve, what's your question, man?
Did we talk about Griezmann's salary recently?
Not his salary. Why?
You know what he makes?
No.
Like 800K a week. 880K a week or something
It's
absurd.
Just absolutely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stupid.
Just wanted to throw that out there for the people that were unaware.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. Hey, well, I appreciate it.
They're going to offload him.
Yeah. Hey, look, they need to get rid of him. Then they were trying the swap deal with Saul and sending him back to Atletico. I don't know what's going to happen. But look, let's get back to LFC, guys. Look, got a lot of people in the chat asking about stuff, okay, for transfers. Now, this show, we were going to transition into Alex Oxlade Chamberlain filling in as a backup for Roberto Firmino, okay, which we will talk about. We got plenty of time, guys. But I know you guys, this is your show. We wouldn't be here without you. So let's bring up some of these things here. So a lot of people asking about different transfers. So let's just talk about the most recent links, okay? Steve, have you been following the Lautaro Martinez links, rather that he rejected Arsenal and that he's looking to come to a Premier League club with Champions League football?
I heard or I read that he's not interested in the Premier League.
Ooh, where'd you read that?
No idea. My sources.
Your sources, huh?
Yeah, dude, I read all over the world, all over the globe.
I just didn't see that one. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, I mean, honestly, he's potentially world class. Like he's potentially one of the best potential wise, one of the best strikers in the world. Productivity wise, not yet. The guy's got excellent potential, and I feel like if he rejected Arsenal for whatever reasons, I mean, clearly, I don't know who would want to go to Arsenal right now. I think that deal depends on Lacazette getting offloaded as well. Would you take Lautaro as at Liverpool? You know, I mean, I would, you know, but then again, this is what we always talk about. It comes down to a question of would he actually break into the first team?
I mean, I think rotation-wise, yeah, he would play. Like, you don't buy a player like that to put him on the bench. It's not like a Konate. Like, I think it's not hard to imagine Konate not getting much game time.
No, you're right.
It's also not hard to imagine him playing every game, just depending on who you ask. But if you're going to buy like a Lautaro Martinez, what's his value? 60?
It's up
higher?
there. I mean, strikers are usually higher.
Yeah, you don't spend that much money to put somebody on the bench.
Right. You know, it's weird though. Something that we've seen is you bring that point up, and I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, Steve. You say we don't spend money to put someone on the bench, but yet you believe, and you know, I mean, me too as well. I'm not going to say I think the opposite, but Konate is technically like what you say, fifth in line, right? Fourth or fifth, ish.
Yeah, depending on who you ask, but like we didn't spend a ton of money on him.
I mean, 36 mil is usually.
We spent 36 million,
which is what we knew. Look, we usually spend that. Okay, we do. That's our range. But a lot of people think Konate is going to be the number 2 guy.
We'll find out. But either way, like it's not 60. It's not 75.
That's true. That's true.
You know, when you buy Allison, you buy Van Dijk, you know they're filling a void and they're going to start. And that's big money deals.
Very true. Very true.
Like even a Keita, when we bought him 50 or whatever, he's going to play. We know that. Those are big
and when
signings.
He's healthy, he does. When he's healthy, he does. That's the thing. Guys, this
is
one thing
now where it's tough to break in. So like
very true.
You want to buy depth, they have to be good enough to play at the level we play at in domestically and in Europe. So you're not going to bring somebody in for 15 mil. You know?
Unless
you want to strengthen this squad, you have to spend.
Hey, unless you get a hell of a deal.
Or
hell
of a
transfer.
Deal. Yeah.
That's true. Free transfer, right? And I think at the beginning we were probably looking for those, right? I mean, Matip's a free transfer, guys. Matip is free transfer. James Milner, free transfer. Got legends at the club that were free transfers. I was going to say something, so I just want to bring it back here because sometimes my train of thought just gets derailed. When we're in the off season, right? Even in preseason, because the preseason games, you don't have direct access to it unless you have the LFC TV Go, which, I mean, and I'm at work, so I can't really watch the full games, but I will watch like the extended highlights and stuff at the preseason games. Okay. So in that time when we're not playing, I always go and watch highlights of like previous seasons. Like, you know what I mean? Just to get my fix. I don't know if you do the same thing.
Like I'll the game actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you can. So that's good. So you're able to watch the game. I'll go and watch compilations of like, for example, I watched like Naby Keita against Berlin, Hertha Berlin. Quality game. Konate against Hertha Berlin. You know, great. Harvey Elliott against Hertha Berlin. But then I'll go back and I'll watch like compilations from previous years, like when Naby Keita came in, right? And I'm strictly talking about Naby Keita at the moment, but Oxlade Chamberlain highlights, you know? And this is kind of transitioning into Oxlade Chamberlain being in the number 9. But all I want to say is that we have so much quality in this team, and this is just circling back to what you were saying. Even if we brought in someone for 50, 60 mil, right? Lautaro Martinez or whatever, I don't think it would just be as simple as he's playing the next day. He's going to be transitioned in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we haven't got rid of Minamino yet. Like if we're even getting rid of him. Shaqiri hasn't even technically been sold yet. And Divock is still here somehow.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we're healthy, we're going to be winning a lot of games. We're going to be up 2-3 goals a lot more often than we were last year, at least. after the turn of the year.
Yeah, no
These
question.
guys can get game time at that point. But like, yeah, these guys aren't going to come in and start right away.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people
But
think
depends who it
Konate
is.
is going to be the exception to that rule.
It could be.
Yeah. Now, I agree with what most of what everything people are saying here. Tony says it depends on Virgil and Gomez's fitness if Konate starts any of the first games, and I agree. If they're not quite ready, we'll most likely see Konate next to Matip or whatever the case may be.
Well, I think that does not, and people need to take into account if Joe Gomez and Matip are healthy, if they didn't have any injury history, we would not have even bought Konate. So that's why Konate's here.
I just don't know if I agree with that. I remember you saying that last week. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, think about it, Steve. Like, Verge isn't getting any younger. Not saying that he can't play for another 5 or 6 or 7 years or whatever. Matip isn't getting any younger, right? Gomez, whatever. But aside from those three, who is our next immediate backup that is like quality? You know what I mean?
Phillips.
Like, what?
Phillips.
Right, Phillips. But Phillips hadn't even broken into the first team until this year, and Klopp was even hesitant to put him there. But my point being is that I really do think Klopp underestimated the need for a center back after we sold Dejan Lovren. Okay, I thought he thought, hey, we'll be okay with 3 center backs. We can just rotate, because I guess he wasn't expecting injuries. But even just one injury, a couple weeks, right? Not even a long-term injury. You need that option of a top-class center back. And I think that's why we bought Konate. It's not a slight to Nat Phillips, because Nat Phillips can clearly step in and do the job. But that's my opinion. I don't think Nat Phillips is classified in Klopp's mind as a top choice for a center back, even though we know he can do the job, unfortunately. That's my opinion.
Well, Cameron says, how do you keep 4 quality center backs happy? How do they all get game time? Well, that's the thing. That would be a good problem to have, but it's just not going to be the case, because they're going to pick up knocks. They're going to need to be rotated because they're coming off major injuries, things of that nature. However, if they are all fit, again, that's a great problem to have. That means we can play stronger defenses in the cup games. We can rotate to keep them fresh. It just increases our chances of like winning multiple trophies.
Right, which is what we're all about.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of this window, as you've talked about. What do you think about? You think Klopp will end up? I think Phillips gets sold, but even if we have 4 center backs, the problem, to answer Cameron here, how do you keep 4 quality center backs happy? Like you said, rotation, but also there's a huge age difference in these guys, so they obviously have different roles in the club, and so Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, their roles are like important roles. They're going to play the most, obviously. Van Dijk every single game if he's fit. Matip, most likely, him and Gomez rotate all the time. But then you need another option, like a growth option in that back line, like someone who can come in and for the future, he's a projected like important player. But right now, he's kind of just learning the system. And I think that's what Konate is. That's how you keep them all happy. You let them know, like, hey, this isn't your role just yet. Like, you're not an important player, but you're going to be in the future. So we need you to come in when we do put you in the squad. You need to step up and you need to play well.
Yeah, the other piece is like Reece Williams. Like, I know a lot of folks don't love him. He's really young, but like he's there at least. I don't think we can sell Phillips. Like, what would we make like a solid 10 million profit? Something like
15.
that. But like the odds show that Gomez and Matip are going to pick up knocks. And they're not coming off like minor tweaks, like minor knocks. Like Gomez, Van Dijk, they're coming off major injuries. Matip, maybe not as major, but still, he was out for a while. Like, the chances of them coming back to top form right away are slim. I think we need to keep Phillips. Maybe we keep him around just to see how their bodies react, and then maybe offload him in January. But the clock is ticking, like Phillips is still around and the season's starting very, very soon.
I don't think that means I don't think that means too much. I mean, we still have another month for the window, so deals can still be done. However, I do agree with you. I think Klopp won't make the same mistake twice. He won't go to the bare bones of options at the back and like hope no one gets injured, right? He's going to keep options around, which is why I do agree. It's like half and half. Like he brought Konate in because he needs a top quality option if guys go down. But also at the same time, he was buying for the future.
Look, he didn't buy Konate because he thinks he's better than Matip and Gomez.
No,
Like,
no,
no
no.
one's
That's not what
ever
I'm
gonna.
saying.
But I think there's some people that think that. Like they're excited we have this shiny new player like Ibrahim
Yeah.
Konate, but he's not better than Matip or Gomez.
By the way,
Sorry.
his nickname is Ibu.
There we go.
So Ibu, yeah, I was watching some like interviews with him last night, and everyone calls him Ibu. So I mean, a lot of people probably knew that already, but just in case you didn't, Ibu, that's his nickname. Cameron also talking about Reece Williams, like you were, Steve, saying he's going out on loan. That's perfect. If Reece Williams should go out on loan, Nat Phillips should be the one we keep. I agree with that.
We don't need the Nat Phillips profit that much. Like, there's no
No.
way we're that financially strapped where we need to sell him for 10, 15 million, like maybe 20. I don't know. There's no way we need it that bad. As much as we need someone who knows the system, will literally die for the club and can step in a pinch and bleed all over the field to get a win. Put his life on the line.
Nat
That
Phillips
is worth way more than waiting till January to see how these guys react and then maybe getting rid of them for maybe a little bit less, maybe 10 rather than 12 to 18.
Yeah.
That's just, I think that's just common sense. That has to be done.
A lot of people talking about Kabak. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but Schalke are so desperate to get Kabak off the books, they might be willing to terminate his contract, in which case, anyone can pick him up on a free. Why? I don't get, though, why I forgot about Kabak. Like, I'm not saying that I didn't like him when he was here. Thanks for coming in and doing the job. But guys, honestly, and don't take this the wrong way. Did you guys honestly think that Kabak was that good that you would bring him back over like Konate or Nat Phillips? Like, I thought Nat Phillips outperformed Kabak. I really did.
Every game, almost.
Now, and I'm
Every
not
game
that
except
like,
2.
it's not a slight to Kabak. Great young player, a lot of potential. Right? He did fine. He didn't like mess up or anything.
He did a few times, but yeah, no.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I don't think the potential is there, though. I don't think he has the potential that people want at his age. Like, Konate has legitimate crazy potential. Nat Phillips does not have crazy potential. Kabak, I don't think he has crazy potential either. Like, he's a panic buy. He was a panic move.
I'm not gonna say I don't think he has, great potential, but I don't think he impressed. We gave him what, 6 months, 4 months, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it was. And when he played, he was solid, but not enough to where Liverpool were like, all right, we're gonna buy you. We'd rather spend 36 mil on this guy Konate, who I guess is proven for a good team in the Bundesliga, who has a higher ceiling. I just agree with the move right now. Everything that Liverpool are doing with sending Kabak back and getting Konate, I agree with that. I just think that's
Ben Davies. I forgot about him.
Oh, we always forget about Ben Davies, dude. Literally, we always forget about him.
I don't even want to get into that.
Do you think he's gonna step on the field, dude?
I think we'll see him this year.
I hope so. Hey, he's good. We watched the highlights, Steve. He's good. He's got some quality. Yeah, I want to see what other people are thinking in the chat. JW Young actually thinks that Ben Davies to replace Van Dijk for cup games. Hey, maybe. No, honestly, I mean, potentially. You never know. And let's see here. Nito saying Kabak was very mediocre, but he wasn't terrible. Perfect. Spot on. Tony agree with this. Kabak was just okay, not good enough to sign for us. I agree. That's what a loan is. We were just testing him out. It was also a panic buy, like you said, Steve. But yeah, let's see here. Kieran saying, for me, I kind of like Kabak. I know many didn't. Kabak doesn't have enough physical presence for me and not pacey enough. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he is pretty slow. Not going to lie. But
he had a few man of the match performances, which is, I just don't see him getting much better. Like, he can get smarter, but he's never going to be a fast guy. He's never going to be pacey. He's never going to be excellent in the air.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you need?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
He's a solid defender, but he's not great.
he's not. In my opinion, he's just not yet. No, because he's still young. He still has that opportunity to grow. But yeah, quick plug, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a channel member as well. You see some of our channel members in here. They get custom badges. They get custom emoji use. It's worth it. And behind the scenes video access as well. We got a full playlist back there. Steve, let's take this opportunity to transition into Oxlade Chamberlain. All right. Oxlade Chamberlain now healthy, okay? He was brought into Liverpool to play a central midfield role, right? Because, at Arsenal, Wenger was playing him at like a right wing back. Just playing him out of position, right? He has the speed to play out wide. But now it seems like Klopp is trying to transition him into a backup attacking option who can also play midfield at times. But with all the midfielders we have, okay, I think Klopp just wants to utilize Ox's strengths, which is shooting and dribbling, which he can come in. We've seen him do it. We've seen he's a threat. I honestly think he's a threat in the final third. Mm-hmm. So as a backup option to Firmino, what do you think about it? Just first thoughts.
I mean, ideally we bring in someone like Suarez or someone that can score goals, but he's going to shoot. He's going to take chances. I like it. He's got pace. He's got more pace than Firmino has. He is more direct than Firmino is. He's a different style of player than Bobby. He's going to shoot. He is going to run past you. He's going to dance a lot less. And it's just a different type of player to deal with. So if Bobby plays, even if they sort of played together to an extent, and like Jota will move in there, Salah will move in there as well. Like we'll see all those guys move in and out. Like Ox can bring like some serious energy off the bench, and he can even start here and there. And he's a different style of player to Firmino, just to show the defense something else.
Yeah.
Like we need a goal. Yeah. Like you can't always rely on Bobby to just like put in a curler or like hit a laser, test the keeper. It's just we've learned over the last year and a half that's just not the type of player he is. He'll get you amazing goals. He'll get you headers. He'll create chances. But Ox is like direct. I'm in here to do one job, and that's to make something happen. Similar mindset to like Shaqiri. Bobby doesn't have that. Bobby's extremely, extremely patient, very, very unselfish. Like Ox is not going to be like that, which I like. So I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Yeah, Bobby's like a facilitator. He's going to drop deep to give opportunities to the wide guys. But the interview where Ox was asked about, filling in and training for Bobby's position, he was essentially saying all of that. He was like, I like playing in the midfield anyway. And I like this gives me an opportunity to push forward, to create chances for the wide guys, which I already like doing anyway. I think he's motivated to get into the team any way he can. And I think Klopp sees that. And like I said, I think Klopp wants to utilize his strengths because Ox is a good player. I feel like people forget Ox is a good player, guys. Not saying he's great or world class or anything, but when Ox plays, he's good. And I don't think Klopp wants to waste that. So a lot of people, someone said, Ox in the 9 sounds terrible. Look, think about it for a second, okay? If you have a midfielder, a false 9 is essentially like an attack. It's essentially an attacking mid. Like that's pretty much what a false 9 is. It's just a guy who can also shoot. So when you have Ox, who's essentially been playing a center attacking mid when he plays in the midfield anyway, why not try him going forward? You know what I mean? Like this Bobby, that was exactly what Klopp did with Bobby when he was brought in. Like I know Brendan Rodgers bought Bobby, but Klopp utilized him as a false 9. Bobby was an attacking mid at Hoffenheim. So I mean, it's not a crazy idea. I want to see this work. Nothing would make me happier than seeing Ox fill in for Bobby as a false 9, like as a backup, and him actually succeed at it, dude.
It could happen.
The world's a better place when Ox is playing well, in my opinion.
It could happen, and then we also might not see it at all. So only time will tell. But I'm excited for it. People are going to want to see us bring in a straight up striker, like an actual serial goal scorer. If that doesn't happen, you're going to see Jota. You're going to see Bobby. You're going to see maybe some Ox mixed in there.
Mm-hmm.
You might see Harvey Elliott get pulled in on the right. Salah move over up top. We got options.
Minamino.
Uh,
I don't know. That link up with Salah, Keita to Salah to back heel to Minamino.
I'm
Sign of
excited
things
to see
to
what
come.
happens. I don't have my fingers crossed for more signings. Like
No,
you might get another one, but I don't see us bringing in a striker.
There's plenty of time. Don't worry. I want everyone to be prepared. Don't be surprised if we don't bring in anyone else. Like, is as unfortunate as that sounds. Like, I know everyone wants, including me. Like, I would love to bring in another attacker, but as I said 2 weeks ago, don't be surprised if Klopp believes that we have all the options we need at the moment. Especially
we won the league
if
by a mile with the same squad.
Yeah, especially
Minus
with new
Mate.
players given the opportunity, right? I mean, I think if Klopp was planning to bring someone else in as an attacker, we wouldn't see Ox like practicing as a false nine. That's just my opinion. What does the chat say here? What does the chat say? JT, why are we putting square pegs in round holes with Ox? Hoo. JT, valid point. But think about this for a second, okay? Klopp is great at this. Klopp is great at taking a player and just motivating them to play in another type of position. And I would want to do it for Klopp. Like, have we not learned to trust Klopp yet? That's all I'm saying. Like, where's the trust in Klopp gone? If Klopp wants to put Ox there, put him there. See what he can do. And then Klopp will take the blame if it doesn't work out. That's just what I'm saying here.
He's not going to. Well, the thing is, Ox isn't going to play in the midfield, really. That's the thing.
No.
We have so many options there now. If Kate is healthy, with Curtis Jones on the rise, Milner, Hendo, Fabinho, Thiago, like the list goes on and on. Ox has a skill set that deserves to be tested.
Right.
And that is his ability to be direct, be aggressive, and shoot, and use his pace.
Yes.
So, why not try? What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
He comes on and doesn't play well.
Yeah.
Seen that a million times with everyone.
Yeah.
Saw that with Mane for 12 months straight.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he'll be back. But it's not like, guys, it's also not like Klopp sold Firmino and Ox is the replacement. It's not like that. It's just we're trying him as a backup to Firmino.
You might never see this in a game, guys, by the way.
See
that.
No, we're just speculating based on what we've seen in preseason, Let's see, Kieran B. When Bobby isn't on it, he gets a tune out of all of our front three. I find if Bobby plays well, more often than not, we play well. Absolutely. Same with Henderson. Bobby needs to step up this season after his dip last year. Yeah, Bobby and Mane will come back to form, I think. Oh, man. I don't see. Look, this is funny, Sir Oswald. I get it, right? But I don't want to do like a pool on the first injury because I don't want anyone getting injured. Despite the fact that we know it's most likely going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, though.
No. It would be Keita if I had to.
But. Keita or Matip, honestly. Yeah. That kid Gordon, though, dude, at 16. Quality. We're starting to see these players come through the ranks, and they're pretty solid. What is he? A center attacking mid or something? Cade Gordon. You watched the game, so I was wondering if you knew where he came in and played.
No, I don't know enough about him.
Yeah, and that's a lot of PJ lads say it as well. Oh wait, no, hold on.
PJ lad, sorry I'm late joining. I missed anything? Yeah, about 48 minutes of unbelievable content, but thank you for joining late nonetheless.
PJ, what's up?
Better late than never. We're actually about to wrap up, but you can always go watch the recording. Shout out to the AI StreamYard guy that's in here recording this.
Yeah, look, Boo Rida. Oh, we got Anfield Larkin here as well. Let's talk about this here. Can't be sold on the idea of Ox up front. There's a reason he's not a striker. If he was a good striker, we'd have been playing there before. No.
No, not necessarily.
I get where your head's at. Like, why, if he's a striker, why hasn't he been playing striker? Players evolve. Go, Steve. Tell us.
Well, because Origi was still in contention to play in games.
Yeah.
We had guys like Brewster on the rise. Didn't know what was really going to happen with them. We bought Minamino to play like as an attacker. I think that kind of pushed Ox a little bit farther down the field, not the pecking order. But we also didn't have the options that we didn't have Thiago. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So like we have the midfield is locked up right now. Like we want a Genie replacement and this, that, and the other thing. But like Curtis is coming in. We have Hendo, Milner, Fabinho, Thiago. Like there's no spot for Ox there. But there was at a time. 2 seasons ago in the Champions League, those games against Man City, like he had his role there. There's no role for him in the midfield anymore. But again, he's so direct and aggressive and fast and willing to just rip shots that's why we're seeing him up front there now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
the
mean,
lack of scoring that we had in last year with the dip in form of Mane and Firmino, we weren't scoring goals, and we don't get goals from the midfield. If anyone would give us goals from the midfield, it's Ox, but like our midfield is rock solid now. Say what you want about a Genie replacement, but there's nowhere for him to go, and he has a skill set that doesn't deserve to just ride the bench all season.
no, I agree with that. I think, like you said, if we're going to get goals from midfield, it's going to be from Ox. So why not put him up front? See if he can score some goals, because the dip in just sheer goal numbers we had last season between Bobby and Bobby and Mane, not stepping up or at least having a dip in form. Ox is trying to motivate these guys. Klopp is trying to motivate these guys to at least produce more. You know what I mean? If Klopp looks at Ox and says, hey, let's try you out up there, I feel like it's going to motivate Firmino just to work even harder.
I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them. We can see Ox play out wide. They could just completely roam all 4 of them up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. And that Ox played last game of the season. I think he was subbed on as a winger and he got a goal.
We're going to play a lot of games this year. You might not see Ox start in the 9 against United, on a Sunday. Like, I wouldn't expect something like that. We're going to play so many games this year. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be rotation. Why not? We know we can play in midfield. We know what he can do in midfield. And it's really, at times, nothing to write home about. Push him up the pitch. See what he's got. Why not?
I love it. I love it, guys. I'm an optimist. You know me. I love to see it. I cannot wait. Whenever he plays, I'm going to be pumped to see what he can do up there.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we bought an out-and-out striker.
Well, yeah, you never. Honestly, guys, no one knows what's going on. Oh man, we just talk about it all. Everest asking, can we not find any gems? Where are the visionary scouts that got his Robbo and Mane from relegated teams? Look, it's not. I don't think it's a matter of we don't know. We can't find anybody. I think it's just a matter of Klopp knowing that he has all the quality he, for the most part, needs. Right, Steve? Like we needed another option at center back in the case of injuries. We need someone with a high quality. So that's why they brought in Konate. And also, I mean, you got to think Konate, 36 million is probably the lowest price we would have paid for him because it was a release clause. So I think his value is worth more than that. So I think we took that opportunity. Same with Minamino. Like we knew that he had a 7 million release clause. You're going to buy someone for a 7 million release clause. I mean, Minamino's worth more than that, in my opinion.
Yeah. People get too hung up on what's United doing, what's Chelsea doing, what's City doing. Look at all these bids and these players they're buying. But like, you got to focus on our squad. We have an incredible manager. We have the best defense in the world when healthy. Like, I know there's the health situation, but I don't know how many different ways I can say it. We won the league by a landslide with this exact team, minus
Dejan.
Minus Konate. Konate is the addition. Maybe Minamino. And
then people that
the league.
left. Yeah.
Right. And then last season, from August to December, we were first. We lost 1 game. That was to Villa. That was a crazy, outlandish outlier that won't happen again. Right?
That was
the
nuts,
turn of the
dude.
season hits. Everyone gets hurt. we play like crap for 3-4 months, and then we were the best team in the league the last 8 weeks or something like that. Where the club's not in shambles, the squad's not in shambles. It was a very, very bad window where everyone got hurt. Thiago, Jota, Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, Hendo, Milner was picking up knocks. Keita's always out. Did I miss anybody? Mane and Firmino in terrible form.
Yeah.
What are people expecting? To buy like a world-class striker and he's just going to come in and play? Like who? We have this team that's already built, and if they're healthy, they're going to cause damage domestically and in Europe.
I agree with you.
Everyone wants a midfielder and an attacker, and I get that. But like, if that doesn't happen, we're still going to win a ton of games this year.
Yeah.
And we're still in the driver's seat, in my opinion. The odds might say Man City, but like United and Chelsea, they're solid teams. Chelsea's not going to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Chelsea caused damage in Europe last year. The cards fell in their favor. Like,
No,
credit
yeah,
to
I
them.
agree.
All credit to them. They were incredible. But they just had Manchester City's number. Like
Yeah.
I'm only worried about City. And I think Man United's great. I think they're great. And they got Sancho and Varane. But I mean, United, I think they're great. I don't think we have to worry about Chelsea. I think people need to give this squad a little bit more credit rather than looking for like replacements and whatnot. Like,
Right.
maybe some bench players, but
I think I'm with you, honestly. I don't think despite how well Chelsea finished the season after Tuchel came in. I mean, honestly, I'm more concerned with City, like you said. Obviously, City is our main not opponent, our main challenger, I should say. But Man United are making moves. All right, Man United are making moves, and with Sancho and Varane, those are excellent additions, Steve.
mm-hmm.
I mean, really, I think those are great additions for Man United.
We've seen people come to the Premier League though and just lay an egg. It happens all the time. Like these guys are going to have to show me something.
Right.
Pepe, what? Like 80 million? He's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's a rough buy. I mean, I'm not going to say he's a flop yet because he's still young. But dude, Arsenal are just, what are they doing? Like, I'm not worried about. I don't think anyone's worried about Arsenal at the moment. Leicester and West Ham, in my opinion, are like more teams to worry about right now than Arsenal. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't say West Ham.
I mean, West Ham. I mean, they surprised everyone last year, though. West Ham. Like with where they finished?
That's the thing. It's a surprise. Like I can't picture it happening again.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. But yeah, Leicester making some good moves. Yeah, let's see. What's everyone saying in the chat? Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, yeah, and there's something else new that YouTube offers. It's called a super thanks. It's like a super chat, but I think you get like your comment will get like lit up and it's bright. And it gets displayed for everyone to see. I'm not sure. We haven't had any super thanks yet, but just so you guys know, super thanks are available now. Let's see. Everest here again. I'm not worried about other teams buying players. I'm worried about fatigue and not having experienced players backing up if injuries occur once again. So, hey, I think everyone's worried about injuries.
We got a lot to look forward to, guys. We got a lot to be happy about with this squad. We need to be grateful. We need to be grateful. This is an actual squad that we have. This is a team with chemistry and leadership, experience, explosiveness, stability in every department rather than the injury department. But like the Gomez situation, like that's a major injury. Like he's battled a lot, but like Van Dijk, 90% chance we don't have to worry about something like that again.
Right. That's
dirty play.
Literally, Pickford, feet first, just into Van Dijk's knee. Absolutely, that pisses me off, dude.
That's
in what world is that okay to just go feet first? Like, I mean, oh god, don't get me started on that.
Downturn says we dodged a bullet with Werner. I was gutted when we didn't get him too. I don't know if I totally agree with that. Like, his runs are unbelievable. He might have the best runs in Europe, runs in behind. His timing is unreal. He's fast.
I mean, he's
And
offside a lot.
yeah. I mean, so is Rashford.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a lot
honestly,
of guys like that.
to
But
be
when you
fair,
like,
with the new offside rules, like with VAR and everything, we're seeing like less and less offsides because players are less likely to try to make those runs in behind because they know that even the smallest fraction of offside, they're going to get called. You know what I mean? Like, so we're seeing more of a play to the feet of players and like hold up play. We're seeing that more and more from every team. Sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah, I
I've
mean,
just
Werner
noticed
had
that.
like what do they call it? The yips. I know that's in baseball,
Oh,
but like,
no, yips. That's a thing.
or he can't hit those one-timers. Like, if he can turn that around, he'll get you 15 goals. And I also think he would have been better under Klopp rather than a combination of Lampard and then, Tuchel coming in halfway through the year or whatever. Like Werner could turn things around. I don't know if we necessarily dodged a bullet because I don't know. I don't want
I'm
to.
with you. Like a
I
lot
don't
of
want to
people say we
completely
dodged
like
a
crap
bullet,
on
but
him. But like a guy like Havertz, like I think that's a flop. Havertz
he's done nothing so far.
for 80
I'm
million.
not going to call him a flop yet, but he's done nothing so far. I do agree that Werner under Klopp would be an animal.
I think it would be a
Absolutely.
little bit of a different story.
Yeah.
It's not even like we struggled to score goals last year, but like we just were whipping in useless crosses. Like we didn't have any. No one was wreaking havoc up front except Salah. Like at least Werner would have like been around the goal.
Yeah.
Bobby wasn't even shooting.
God, it was a rough. There was so many factors at play last year. And something else, Steve, fans will be back this season. If nothing changes at the moment.
What?
That is going to have a huge impact.
What?
Fans being back.
Oh yeah, we don't even need to like. That's going to be a huge boost. There's a lot going on with like COVID variants and whatnot. I don't even want to open that can of worms, but if they're back, that helps. And
100%
somebody
helps,
earlier in the
guys.
chat, and I've said this in the past, mentioned like Van Dijk will get you 4 to 8 goals.
Right.
And
Exactly.
he's just someone that will be a body in there that 2 guys have to worry about.
Yep.
He'll get heads on balls and he'll score a few. He'll put some on target. He'll, deflect a few into like weird areas for tap-ins.
Yeah, people forget, and Matip too. Matip's good for 2 or 4. You know what I mean?
Matip will get you a couple.
Matip will definitely get you a couple, guys.
He'll give us some comedy. He's a comedian.
Oh, without even trying.
Mm-hmm.
No context, Joel Matip. You know what I'm saying? So if we're wrapping everything up here, look, we got Trent. Trent new contract, crucial. And I think Liverpool have a bunch of different players on their short list that they want to extend. So Trent's new contract, it extended technically 1 year, but it's a new 4-year deal up until 2025. We don't know the details of it yet. A lot of people said it's a doubled salary, right? When those details come out, we will let you guys know. Additionally, Klopp looks like he's going to try Ox in as like a backup false 9. We talked about that as well. If you guys are just tuning in, feel free, go back and watch the stream. Once the live stream is over, I think after about 10 minutes or so, you're able to go back and watch the full stream with the live chat and everything like that. So definitely do that, and you can comment after the fact. Comments are always turned on down below. I think a lot of people brought up some good points in regards to, defenders and things like that. I'm just excited for the season, Steve. Got a couple more games in preseason. I think we play Bilbao coming up here soon. And then it's off to the races, man.
When's the first match?
It's a great question, actually.
Check right now.
I know we either have 1 or 2 more games of preseason. I know we play Athletic Bilbao, which is cool because I love Bilbao.
And then we got Norwich the 14th. 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, dude.
No.
It's crazy.
13 days from today. So it's 2 weeks from yesterday.
It's almost 2 weeks. Let's just say it's 2 weeks.
It's a Saturday game for us, 12:30. What's that over there? 5:30?
Yeah.
PM?
5-hour difference.
12:30 on the 14th. I'll be doing diving headers in the living room.
Getting amped
Smash my
for
head
it.
through a window like Milner and Phillips and just throw a Band-Aid on a huge bandage. Don't even wash it. Do the Sunday
You should
summary in
just,
that bandage
yeah,
for the next 10 years.
you should do it. You should 100% do it. Yeah, Steve, any closing thoughts, my man?
Thanks for joining us. It's been real.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys who tune in every week. Thank you very much. If you're new to the stream, welcome. And make sure you subscribe. Consider becoming a channel member as well. You get some perks. You get the custom badges, custom emoji use, all that good stuff. We got a good community here, Steve.
We do. We're very lucky.
Very lucky, guys. And until next week, Reds, take care.